Let her go, Mark. And if it's meant to be, she will come back to you. Guys, in this case, I'm talking about the concave curb. Okay? So, I've done videos on this. This is a 5mm from Lynx Refill, LINXRESALE. Did that first take, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I've done videos. I had this in the 24-inch. And you guys know the headache stories and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I think it looks better at 26 inches. It is crazy that the whole reason that, you know, I do these is so that maybe somebody doesn't have to buy a 24-inch and think it's too short, or a 22-inch and think it's too short, or a 28-inch and it's too long, and everyone's different. I called that chain the chain of 2024. I think it's the greatest chain ever, guys. If this was an 18 karat, and I wish it still weighed the same, it would probably be about 5 grams, 4 to 6 grams heavier. I would probably call it my greatest chain of all time, you know, not compared to a rope. I think the rope's kind of in a class by itself, and Cubans, but really when it comes to Cubans, the bigger they are, the more present. So even a 5mm is going to weigh more. I sold that chain and thought, you know what, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get my 6mm rope back and the 18 karat. He's got them, guys, and it's one of the greatest chains in my opinion. In the Try Truth group, I saw there was kind of a debate about 7mm or 6mm. Had them both. I think the 7mm is great. It does command more of a presence, though. Not everybody that wears jewelry. It's for you, but sometimes I feel like, believe it or not, guys, I'm not quiet. So if I wear a big chain, and I don't really care what people think, but sometimes it does the opposite. Sometimes I feel like people will think that I'm untalkable to, or they can't talk to me, or even, you know, I don't know if I wear it around my family, but it's, you know, if it's real big or flashy, if, you know, I don't want them to think I'm trying to outdo anybody when it comes to that. And normally I don't care, but I just, you know, like if someone says, oh, that looks like trash, this 26 inch, it looks like crap, he looks stupid in that, I would say, cool. And I'd move on with my day because it's not going to affect me. But I love my family and I like my friends and I want to be sociable. So I started this off, guys, by saying, let it go, and if you love it, it'll come back to you. So I sold the 24-inch. It's in Canada, and I knew that maybe a 26-inch is how I needed to go. I've had the Cubans and stuff like that, you know, Daniel Jewelry, and looking back, the 25-inch, 26-inch was the best look on me. So it's so crazy that it changes. You know, I really, at one time, wanted the tailored 21, 22-inch. Guys, I'm 6'4", almost, 240 pounds. So this 26-inch on me, if you're shorter, smaller, it's probably going to be a 24-inch on you. That's probably how that's going to look, okay? This chain is my favorite chain, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. The only way that I would get rid of this chain, I think now, and I know we've all said this, is if it did come in 18 karat, I might switch up. However, I couldn't find that anywhere, you know. Love dealing with Braden, so Lynx Refill, it was kind of easy choice. But so I've done the reviews on the 24-inch, and I thought, you know, a lot of people saw that there's a shout out or whatever, and they were like, hey, can't wait to see the review. So I thought, okay, well, we'll do the 26-inch, that way they can kind of see. Because even myself, like, what I was saying is crazy is I did the reviews to try to help people, and it kind of helped me. I could go back, and who better to see what a chain looks like on somebody than me, if I'm buying it for me. So I went back and I looked, and I was like, yeah, you know, guys, I got this 26-inch, and I love pairing it with, and I'm going to do a video, okay, on this. I was going to do it Sunday. What I did is I did a smaller video Sunday, and it just hasn't loaded. A couple Sundays ago, I did a video about my SIG, a 6 hour, and it's a custom works, and it was almost done loading, and my daughter got on my phone, and so I tried to load it again, and it just keeps failing and failing, and that was causing the concave one from yesterday to take forever to load. So what I've done with that is I have just went ahead and deleted the SIG, and that other one should be loading. I will do a full review on this on probably Sunday. I have a 3.5 Jacoje rope coming in 26 inches. I think, you know, before I would have this up here and then something lower. I'm really liking the 2 look. If you guys saw the Jacoje Curb with this, looks good. In my opinion, the 6mm rope, thought I needed to get a 5 or something. I'm not. I'm just going to do that. I've got a 6 that can go with that if I want to look, you know, a little more, you know, whatever you want to call it that day, flashy. Or I'm going to use that 3.5mm rope to wear that Boss Cross with. So today's review is, it's not really a review, but what it is it's kind of how can you wear your chain, different ways to wear your chain. I've done a video before, guys. It was probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I was wearing all sorts of chains and stuff, and I didn't really care for the video. I was going to go ahead and upload it, and then at the very end it did that same thing where it had a problem, and I just never re-uploaded it. So what we're going to do today, and that's kind of why I have this hoodie up right here, okay, it's because I wanted to go ahead and start and let everyone see. Again, I'm almost 6'4". I am 240 pounds. This is a 5mm 26-inch concave curb, okay, 5mm, 39 grams, maybe 36, I don't know. Guys, I'm really sorry. We'll do the review on that. I'll bring the card out. So when you have your hoodie up, sometimes you'll run into this issue where it'll come down like this. If you got a pendant on, that's okay. But who wants to really be doing that? So what I would normally do is I would pull down on this if I have a hoodie on, and then I just pull out one time, and there you go. And that would be that. But see, most of the time, if I'm going to tell you guys another little trick. If you put 2 chains on, it will help. It keeps them flatter and it heavier, and it lays them together, even if they're smaller. So with that curb, it just kind of stays more out here, and that may be a good look for you. This is something that I would wear if it's like cold, if it's snowing, raining. I would probably just, you know, throw that on, throw my hoodie up, and then I always do this one time. And that's it. And if it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because as soon as I walk in someplace, pull that down. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. That was yesterday, guys. It's March 18th for 4:44 a.m. I was going to say the 44 seconds, but it's not. It's 10. So this is what this chain looks like here. And this is at about 3 feet, guys. If you talk to somebody and they're closer than this to you, I hope your breath smells well. Guys, I can't get over this chain. And guess what? He restocked. So this was the last 26-inch when I bought it. There's 26 inches back in stock. There's 24 inches back in stock. This chain used to be on Jacoje.com. It may not be on Jacoje.com anymore because it's not Italian made. I'm not sure. It could be on Jacoje.com all day long, guys. It is super quality. This is my You know, I love the Jacoje Curb. That's one of my favorite chains. I love Miami Cubans. They're heavy. This solved all those problems. I mean, my God, both of them, the 24 inch and the 26 inch, have never kinked. Okay, they don't kink up. I've tried to get this one to kink. I've tried. It doesn't do it. And so it is so comfortable too, guys. And summer's getting ready to hit. So whether you're, you know, I don't know if you're in better shape and you're not wearing a t-shirt, ladies or gentlemen, but, you know, this is going to lay really cool on you guys. Let me go ahead and show you. This is a 26 inch on me, so 24 inch for smaller people. Okay, if you're bigger than me, this, you may want to go 28 inch. Okay, that may be what this is. If you're, maybe if you're more like 6 foot over 300, you know, I don't know your neck or your head. I have a big noggin, guys. So 25 inches, the smallest size that will go over these guys. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So here's 26 inch on me. And so it's always about an inch, okay? So that would be a 24, and then that would be about a 22, the top finger here. So watch this. There's a 26. That's what a 24, and guys, I love this look too. This is what the other one looked like. And you can see. So even with this hoodie right here, this looks fine. It looks good. And you can look at the other videos, that's what I had. I absolutely love this size because if you're going to wear a buttoned up t-shirt and you have a button to here, you can still see it. It looks, to me, this is the best look with a t-shirt. Just a casual look. Again, if you're out on the beach, you're chilling, you're doing whatever. And this will be a 22 inch for most of you guys. This is a 22 inch on Braden. It'd probably be a 22 inch on my call. Okay? And again, I think that this is a wonderful look, but if I can just have one, guys, for me personally, I'm just done with it. I'm staying here. I don't think it's too big. The problem is when you start getting longer, you know, you want to start getting bigger too, right? I mean, but this thing is perfect. So it's like right at 5 millimeters at 26 inches, it's perfect. And even if it was at 28, I think you might be okay. Here is, again, 26, 24, and 22. And I love this look as well. Let's do back. So this is going to be for people that wear polo shirts a lot, you know, the 2 buttons in the collar, or if you wear button-up t-shirts. If I was in high school and I didn't have headaches and stuff back then, guys, 23 inches would probably be I would probably get a 24 inch and try to have it shortened to 22. Man, and there's a freaking 3.2 millimeter heavy link that someone's selling for a wonderful price, and I don't think they want to sell it to me. And that just means I probably don't need it, right? So there's your 22 inch, 20 inches on you guys. And if you want to get crazy with it, that would be a 20 inch on me. And see, that's not going to work with a hoodie, guys. You wouldn't even want that. You would just want to tuck it in. I wear hoodies all the time. Okay? So the next part of this and the last part is going to be for all you mother tuckers, for all you dudes that like to tuck it. I'm just kidding. So here we go. When is the time? I think tuck chains look absolutely, positively great, guys. If you're wearing a t-shirt, especially, you know, the other day I was wearing a black long sleeve shirt with a white shirt underneath it. So, you know, you had like the white coming up just a little bit, the collar part. And I had that tucked in, so all you had was a gold chain here and gold chain here. And this one, and this is why I'm using this one for an example, and this is amazing. Lace flat, lace into your shirt, and it just stays there, and it gives a heck of a neck presence, and we're gonna do that right now. So, let me pull up on you. Just a real subtle. That's about as far as that goes there. So, and you see, you can see it back there. You guys can see that gleam. And that's far back. So when do I wear my chain like this? If I'm not trying to be real flashy, if I'm in a spot, maybe if you're pumping gas in a bad area, just always be aware of your surroundings, regardless if you've got jewelry on or not, guys. But especially if you're flashing, you know, like a peacock. So in here, you know, it's in there. Someone's going to have to really get in there to get that, versus if someone were to run up on you and just grab it and, you know, have a lobster clasp. Because even if they go melt this, guys, if they're not ever planning on wearing this, they're not a gangsters, or I mean, you know what I mean? They're not in a gang war with you. So they're probably not going to snatch your chain to wear it for bragging rights. They're probably going to snatch it and sell it, okay? And, oh, this is my chain, it's broke, you know, what can I get for it? Is that real? You know, I remember working at the pawn shop, get that a lot. Yeah, I bought this, you know, so long ago, and can you test it for me? And it's like, man, if you bought this and for 14 karat gold in a store and all that, you would know it's 14 karat gold. Why do you want me to? So, again, tucked in looks great, especially if you just want a little bit of gold on you. You like wearing that chain. Maybe you're in a profession where, you know, you can't have this hanging out, flopping around. So I guarantee you, though, a 26, again, we're going off of me, 26 or a 24 inch, if you have it tucked in, it's not going to ever come out. If I had a 22 inch and I lean forward, there's a chance that that might pop out like that, okay? So it's really just going to depend on you. Again, my go-to size is 26 inches. I may get a 22 inch chain, like something we saw where 24KJ sold Timothy a 2.9 millimeter tri-rope chain. And that is something that I've been looking into because they're just a little different. It's not something I would wear all the time. And I think the tri-color chains are freaking awesome for fall. I don't know why, but there's just something about them that pulls up fall. And I know we're getting ready to get into, to me, yellow gold's all the time, and white gold is very, very summery, but summer-ish. But those tri-colored ones are just straight up cool. Now, I don't know if I would wear it all the time. Again, if I only have one chain, I'm going yellow gold. And there's nothing to scoff at with this, guys. It doesn't kink, it doesn't flip, and I'm not gonna lie. So the other one, I don't know if you saw the video of it. I talk about how it's pointed up, and we'll get into this, and it's dipped down in the middle, but the sides sticking up, and it does that on both sides. And I said, sometimes I would think this was, you know, moved over, you know, or flipped, and I would go, and it's not. It's just the light hitting off of those sides. That being said, the 26 inch doesn't do that as much. So it was, I think, moving just a little bit more, whereas this one just kind of stays where it's supposed to be. Guys, this is a stunner of a chain. So I will do the review on this. I'm going to do it with the kind of paired up with the chains that I want to pair it up with. I want to pair it up with a 6 millimeter rope. I thought about a 4 or 5, but I went 3.5 millimeters so that I can just wear that. I think it'll look fine, or I can put a pendant on it. I got them all at 26 inches, and I thought a 26 inch, 3.2 millimeter heavy link would look dope. Maybe even 24, just having it up here and like double layering it every once in a while. But guys, I appreciate everything. I hope you all had a very safe and wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Today's Tuesday. Let's get it on. Let's force through the week. Let's have a great week, and let's accomplish some stuff, okay? And always remember, be nice to somebody. I love you guys.